If public transport in Australia feels confusing, you're not dumb. You're just new in Australia, right? So buses that don't stop unless you signal them. Trains leave exactly on time, and trams look like buses technically but behave differently. So most students miss at least one or two buses at the start, or sometimes train too, just because it's their first week, so they don't know about it. In this video, as I mentioned last time, that I will be speaking about the public transport, how it actually works in Australia for the new student who's coming to Australia. So no theory, no Google Maps. It's going to be the basic real life experiences and knowledge that you should have as an international student if you're coming to Australia. So let's go forward. Hey guys, hi, hello, welcome back to another video. This is your KapsLock, and today we are back with another video. As I mentioned the last time, I will be speaking this time on public transport. And I know you're new, I know you're just confused about different things. Don't worry, I'm here for you. So let's start without wasting any time. So this is the bus we are going to be taking, and let's explain you why do we need this bus system. It's a pleasant morning in Australia and you need a bus, and you just missed a bus because you're new, you're an international student. So let's start with this. Public transport will be a part of your daily life a lot if you're going to be coming as an international student, or maybe just normally as a migrant, university, work, groceries, city travel. You need public transport. So if you understand the basics early, you will save money, you will save time, and avoid your daily stress, which happens a lot. So, and importantly, you will be stop blaming yourself when things go wrong, because many mistakes are actually normal and you won't be blaming yourself a lot. So the first thing I want you to understand is everyone runs on one card which is called Myki card. So you need this card if you want to go. I'm mainly talking about Melbourne. So in most cities like Melbourne and all, public transport runs on this card. As I said, it's used for mainly trams, trains, buses, everything. Simple rule: tap on when you go in, tap out when you go off. You can obviously expect the trams mainly in the city area. And that I will be explaining little later. You can obviously buy a physical Myki or use a Myki on your phone if your device supports it. Mainly iPhone does not support. Samsung does support it, so you can have your card in the phone. Anyway, always keep some balance there, and negative balance can obviously fine you. So try to keep at least $1, $2, $3, but there should be some money. So, so the trains, the most straightforward thing to explain or to learn. Let's start with trains. So, trains. This is our first topic for the day. Trains. What to know is trains run on fixed schedules. They have their own time to go off. Platforms are clearly numbered, sometimes 1, sometimes 2, or maybe sometimes till 10, like Flinders Street Station. Screens show destination and your time. It's basic stuff as in India. So, most important truth is trains leave on time. Not almost on time, but exactly on times. I know it can be delayed with different reasons, but you need to know they will leave. If it says 8:12, it means 8:12. Common mistake is people arrive at 8:12 and see the train leaving. Bye bye. The train is gone. So, I would say arrive 5 minutes early so that obviously you can catch the train and go to your university. How to read these signs is look for line name, look for final destination, and look for platform number. These are the basic things that you should know. You can obviously download your PTV card app in your phone. It's really good to know the timings of the train. It works basic as Google Maps. Just put the destination and then you go forward. So even if the train does not say your station, it's okay. If your station is on the same line, you can obviously board. If you're confused, ask your person, or maybe this would be some station staff or someone nearby standing you politely, but always politely. In Australia, I can still the people are really polite, and the culture they have is mainly to help others. So you can obviously ask them. Now, buses. Let's talk on the basic things that you should know about buses. Let's talk on this. So, buses do not stop automatically. Always remember, like stations, no, it doesn't. So, you must raise your hand to signal the bus or press the stop button when your next stop is going to be there. It's easy, just press it. But you should be knowing with your app, or you should know as you're going the same place again and again. So, if you don't, the bus will just pass. And yes, even if you're standing there, just right there, if you're not pressing the stop button, the bus will not stop. The bus will pass. Common mistake is students assume buses work like in India. Here, the driver needs a signal that you actually want to get into the bus or get out of the bus. So if you miss this, I would say don't panic. Get off to the next stop and then use your Google Maps again to locate a bus or just walk out. Missing a bus is not a failure, it's more part of learning and it will happen to you. So it's fine if you leave a bus or if you miss a bus. They both are part of everything being fine. Now, the another part, which is trams. This is really confusing for some people. In the start, it was a lot for me, but we need to learn about these two. Confusing but manageable. Trams mainly operate in cities like Melbourne. Key points are enter through any door, tap on inside the tram, your Myki card, and some cities areas are free tram zones, so you don't even need the Myki card. In free tram zones, you don't need to tap on, and the short city rides are technically free. That's called free tram zone. So outside that zone, tapping is mainly compulsory, so you need to tap in. Even if the tram is leaving the free tram zone, you should tap it. For example, if you're not sure, you can tap in the zone anyway, and then you will start paying the money after that free zone stops. Just to tell you, the worst case scenario will be that you will pay a short amount, and the best case scenario will be you will avoid a really big fine, which is almost $250. And trust me, so many students do this because I've seen they will be like, oh, we are new in Australia, we don't know what. I know, and they know you're new, but this excuse does not work every time. So try to tap your Myki card. Now, there's one thing that I think I should talk to you about, which is Googly Maps. Google Maps. So this is gonna be your best friend. How? Almost every student survives using Google Maps one or the other way. You or maybe Apple Maps. Use it for which bus or train is about to take, or you can use PTV app as I mentioned, which platform, when to get off, and one warning you should always remember that Google Map is still not perfect. Things change. Sometimes a bus comes a little early, a platform changes randomly, and a service gets delayed because of multiple reasons, which one of this is train replacement. It happens a lot, but just saying. Always double check your station's screens just to be double sure. So, missing transport, let's normalize it. So, this is important to hear for some people because they do miss transport. So, it's fine. So, what you need to do is if you miss maybe a bus, a tram, a train, sometimes all three in just one day. So, it does not mean you're careless. It does not mean you're bad at planning. It does not mean you're about to get late always. No, it means you're technically adjusting in Australia. And this is totally fine. And you know what? If you miss something in Australia, usually after 5 to 15 minutes, you will get the next service coming. Maybe it can be bus, train, tram, anything. So it's fine. Unless it's a public holiday. It still comes, but after some time. Now, some of the mistakes I want you to avoid. I don't think I should write this, but let's talk about them so that you can obviously save yourself from these mistakes. First, not tapping on properly. Try to tap on and then hear this sound. There will be beep sound. Another, standing on the wrong platform. Always check. You can ask people if you don't know. Just don't know, ask. Always in Australia, if you do not know things, the solution is always ask. Always. It's fine. It's in the world. Ask if you don't know things. So, sitting quietly on a bus without pressing stop button, it's also a mistake. Panicking instead of asking, it's going to be a mistake. And thinking everyone else knows what you're going to be doing, it's a mistake. So truth is, many locals also double check signs every day. Even I still check signs every day because you never know it get changed. So the truth is, you're just an international student. You're living here life for the first time. Learn things and ask things. So fines, just to talk some things about fines. I know it's gonna be in the red. So let's talk about some people's best friends, which is fines. Avoid, please avoid. If you take a fine of just not tapping on the tram, you will almost be paying $250 just because of this not tapping issue. And if you are caught, inspectors can obviously ask for your Myki, check if you tapped correctly. If you forget once, you don't argue aggressively. Don't. Never. Please. Never argue. Please never argue. And if you forget once, it's fine. Be polite, be honest. The best option is always tap on, as I mentioned, and always keep some balance in there. Simple habit can save you from big stress, and it's fine. What actually matters is you don't need to understand everything in week one. Means you just don't know stuff. So, how to tap on? नहीं फिर से बोलता हूँ. You don't need to master everything in just 1 week. You just need to know how to tap on and how to tap off, how to signal a bus, and how to read one sign clearly and calmly. And that's enough for the public transport. Everything else improves with the repetition. So conclusion is public transport is very well structured in Australia. It's not scary. It's big. It's massive. Trust me. Once you understand the rhythm, it becomes boring because you know things now. And boring is actually good because you know. So you will stop overthinking much. You will stop traveling half asleep. You know things you can run sometimes even late, but you know you can catch things. So, as I mentioned, take it slow. Well, the similar concepts are mainly used in other cities like Brisbane, Sydney, and all. But I gave you the basic knowledge and the rules how things work in Australia. The card can be different. For example, in Brisbane and Sydney, I guess there's some other cards that are getting used these days. Not just these days, it's been used for ages. But that's not Myki. I can't remember the name. But if you know, put them in the comment section. And in the next video, we will be mainly talking about this Myki card. What this Myki card is, how to get this, everything, all the information only about this Myki card. This was the basic information for public transport. Stick to these videos as you are coming as an international student. You will know, you will learn a lot. So this is KapsLock signing off. Not much editing, just basic stuff from this iPad drawing knowledge. So yeah, this is KapsLock signing off. Subscribe both the channels. Subscribe all the channels. Follow me everywhere. Links are in description. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And all the best for your journey. Bye.